I'm home, called Hilda, barging in through the front door and pulling off her red rubber boots. The house was toasty warm as always, and a divine aroma of ginger, nutmeg, and caraway seeds wafted over her. Hilda! Mum jumped up from her desk. You were such a long time. How was your day? Overall, pretty traumatic, sighed Hilda, hugging her. But such is the life of an adventurer. Casserole's ready, said Mum. She went into the kitchen and came back with 2 steaming bowls of stew. Did you draw anything nice for me today? Hilda bent low over the bowl and slurped up her stew. I drew a map of the valley. May I see? Mum reached for Hilda's sketchbook. Ew, it's wet and sticky, Hilda. What have you been doing with it? Hilda bent even lower over her bowl, pretending not to have heard the question. Mum opened the book to Hilda's map of the valley. Bobble Hat Mountain? She chuckled. Yes, I suppose it does look a bit like a bobble hat, with a really tiny bobble. Good job, Hilda. From over by the fire came a doleful voice. The mountains already have names, you know, if you can be bothered to do the research. Hilda jumped and craned her neck to see who had spoken. Lying down next to the fire was a little wooden man with a coconut-shaped head and big mournful eyes. Hey! cried Hilda. Who let him in here? He's harmless, said Mum. To be honest, I didn't even know he was here. That's my point. Hilda flung her arms up in disgust. He always wanders in uninvited. That's rude. Perhaps he's lonely. Of course he's lonely. He's a total weirdo. It's true, he is a bit strange. Mum picked up her bowl and slurped the last few mouthfuls of her stew. But remember, we must seem strange to the mysterious creatures who live in this valley. Do you want some rowan berries? Yes, please. Besides, Mum added, the woodman always brings us logs for the fire. That's not rude. That's kind. And I always say, kindness is the most important... Hilda! What is this? Mum had turned over another page of Hilda's sketchbook and was staring goggle-eyed at Hilda's drawings of the troll rock. It's a troll rock, said Hilda. I've never seen one before. I couldn't resist doing a few quick drawings. A few? You mean there's more? Mum turned over another page, then another, then another. Her nostrils quivered with anger. Hilda! How did you get such a close-up drawing of its eyes? I'm not sure. I might have stood on its nose to draw that one. You stood on a troll's nose? What if the sun had set while you were drawing? What if a big cloud had passed overhead? Hilda opened her mouth to reply, then shut it again. Sometimes silence was the best course of action. I'll tell you exactly what would have happened, young lady. If that troll had woken up, it would have devoured you in one big gulp like this. Mum tipped back her head and dropped a rowan berry down her throat. Om nom nom, very nice. Tastiest little girl I've eaten all year. Om nom 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 nom. I'll get it, called Hilda. She ran to the door and opened it. A tiny envelope lay on the doorstep. Oh no, said Hilda. That's the 6th one this week. She fetched a magnifying glass from Mum's desk drawer and unfolded the letter. To the occupiers, she read aloud. On behalf of the hidden people of the northern elven counties, we demand that you vacate this premises forthwith. Failure to comply with this demand will set in motion a forcible eviction, process culminating in the comminution of aforesaid premises. Hilda frowned. What is comminution? It means smashing up something into tiny pieces, said Mum. What they're saying is, if we don't move out, they'll chuck us out and smash our house up. Ha! said Hilda. I'd like to see them try. That's the spirit, said Mum, but her face wore a worried frown. That evening, they sat on the sofa in front of the roaring fire. They toasted marshmallows and played Hilda's favourite game, Dragon Panic. Twig posed on the rug at Hilda's feet. Smash! A pebble flew through the window, bounced off Twig's head and landed on the rug. Twig raised his head and blinked in surprise. Hilda ran to the door and yanked it open. Hey, Hey, you! Whatever you are! She yelled at the top of her voice. Do you think it's funny to throw stones through people's windows? Well, it's not. It's very bad manners. Go away and think about what you've done, and then go to Trollberg on the train and buy us a new window. The wind howled. The rain lashed down. Hilda closed the door and went back to the sofa. Smash! Crash! Clatter! Dozens of pebbles smashed through the windows and rained down on them like hail. Take cover! Shouted Mum.